Hello, I'm Millio. I'm a Marvel Rivals player for Citadel Gaming. Been competing in Marvel Rivals and playing the game ever since launch. Initially, when I was very young, I watched some anime, and a character in the anime had a similar name, and I thought it looked pretty nice. But then I tried to play a bit around with the word, and I found out that if you translate Mellio specifically to Latin, it just comes out meaning better. That sold it for me. Like I think that's very cool. Like a little Easter egg of my name, that if you just translate it, it just means better. Because I want to be better than everyone else. I think I always wanted to go pro in something. The moment was probably somewhere around when I was 14. I got introduced to Overwatch by one of my in real life friends, and we sat down and played. And I started out in gold or something, but within the first 2 months, I already became diamond and master, and realized now I couldn't even play with my friend anymore. I was improving very rapidly, so I just realized that if I just keep going, maybe I could actually go pro in this. Overwatch had become a bit old for me. I had played it for a bit too long, and I tried to break through for very long, and in the end, I kind of just didn't have this spark of joy waking up and wanting to play the game anymore, and I didn't see myself having a future in it as much anymore. And then when I tried to play the Marvel Rivals Alpha, I really liked the idea of the game, and I really liked the people that were also playing the game. So when it launched, I just played it non-stop, and ever since I've still had that spark. Even to this day, I have this spark of I want to wake up, I want to perform, I want to play this game, and I see a future in it. Yeah, of course, to some extent it does, because a lot of the stuff, like the game objective and stuff, is very similar to Overwatch. And for 5 years, I tried to get good at Overwatch, learning absolutely anything there is, both theoretically and mechanically, about how to play and do different things in the game, that I translated very well into Marvel Rivals. But there's also a completely new ground of theory and different stuff that you need to learn for this game, which I'm also really excited about, because I like learning new things, and I like exploring what other people haven't tried yet. This is something I think that is very, you can apply to almost any esport. That is the rank side of things, where people go in ranked and they can just kind of do whatever they want, and they don't really it's way more individually based. You can be a good ranked player, and you can be a good player, you can perform mechanically well, you can have smart ideas, but there's simply just a completely different level when you come to the pro scene, where you scrim 4 to 8 hours a day and just sit down and try to figure out strategies with your team. You just completely realize that it's a different game. You can't really compare the two games, because it's just that much different. It's we're starting to make chess out of this game. In my opinion, it comes down to the characters that do something about distraction. Spider-Man, Psylocke, Venom, Captain America, these characters are, for me, some of the hardest characters to master, because they play for the concept of time. You want to stall people, you want to make people look at you and distract them at certain moments to enable other people on the team, and to know when to distract who and why. It becomes very difficult. It's a whole decision making, sit down and think about every scenario and figure out what's best, and it's very quick. You can try to make 5 different people look at you in 5 different seconds, and it's gonna matter who and what order, and it can really change the game. There's something I'd seen coming when I joined Rad. I think it's a personal thing for how Rad was. It's a personality thing, where some people on Rad were just really different than me, and really looked at things and how to build the team completely different, so their goals didn't fully align with mine. But since it wasn't super long I was on the team, we could put it aside and make it work for the time being. But when we finished mid-season finals, I sat down and kind of realized that these goals are still not aligned, and I want to work towards these goals. That's in it for me, and I couldn't see that the dream happen with this team, so I chose the team I think can make it happen, and that's Citadel. Especially in EU Grand Finals, it's a completely different way that Citadel thinks about the game. and we were like so pressured all the time. Like this team is like when they're at their best, Citadel, there's not really, you don't feel like you have a chance at any point in the game. Like you feel like they're in full control of the tempo of everything that happens, and you never really get to have a say in it. When you try to step out and make their tempo or like forward momentum stop, you just end up getting punished for it. So I think Citadel, it was clear to see that they had some really big strengths in this. Like they can really just, when they're in control, they don't lose it at all. Then when we came to the mid-season finals and when we played on versus Citadel the day before the finals, I think the difference maker there was just that Red and me, we had studied a lot more theory at the current moment in time, so we were just a bit ahead. So even though that they usually have this playstyle of where they're in full control, we ended up having the upper hand that day. Yeah, it was Polly. Polly was so annoying to play against. Because Polly on Cap could like do something that almost no other Cap could do. Like other Caps, yeah, they stall the payload, yeah, they go for the backline, but when Polly did it, this is something I talked about that's very high level earlier in the interviews. Like he knew exactly who to go for to be the most annoying person to play against ever. Since I kind of said Polly was annoying, I'll say a nice word for him. I could say I feel like he's kind of a genius for his age and his level. And so I'd say like you can say backbone or something like this, because he is a very like he steps up and has a lot of backbone whenever things go poorly. For Pokey, I'll just say he's kind of funny, because yeah, he's funny. Tanuki is strategically good. I don't know how you can say that in one word, but like he's strategically good. And Ken, I would say he's just precise. Like he has good execution. Alex is just like the guy that's gonna make everything work when anything goes wrong. He's like the guy to step up. Sada is just the man that's like making everything that works well happen more. And he's the guy that like, sometimes you need somebody that kind of takes out the trash. Like when something goes wrong and people don't really know what's going on, kind of need that guy to like be there and just say, guys, this is what's actually going on. This is why it didn't work, and it might be my bad. It might be because something didn't work right or we misunderstood something. But he needs to take out the trash when things go poorly, so we can easier and faster move on. Because otherwise, bad performance can lead into a lot of discussions and longevity. Like it won't be healthy for the long term to not have somebody to help you get through it. I thought a bit about this one. I think I'd pick Enzo because I feel like this guy has no survival skills whatsoever. And I would want somebody who would also has any kind of survival skills. So I would not want to go with Enzo. I mean, it seems like it because, for example, when we were at the LAN last time, I spent some time with them, Citadel, and Enzo just always seemed very confused about what was going on, and he's a very picky eater, for example. So I think it would not be a good idea to get stranded on an island with him specifically. I mean, in the past, no, I didn't really. I just showed up, but for this specific last LAN event we had, the mid-season finals, I listened to a tip from a coach I had when I was back when I was playing with Fnatic. We had him for a week only, but he was a guy that I thought was a really good coach, and he told me to always do some breathing exercises before games. And those breathing exercises would be like breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, then breathe out for 4 seconds, and then hold for 4 seconds, and then repeat. And then I always have a watch on. And then I was just sitting and looking at the second timer and counting before every match, and it made me way more like focused and less stressed. So I'd say it's a really good routine that I would recommend for players that feel nervous about games to utilize. It's really nice. I mean, actually at home, when we're playing online tournaments, sometimes I even listen to music during games because I feel like it helps me, it's stimulating and it helps me keep on focusing. But when I was playing on LAN, I didn't really listen to any songs before the game, but if I had to pick any, it would just be generally like 0-0 the hip-hop style, like anything, because it is a high tempo, it has a lot of like focus elements into it, so I use that or listen to that before I play. Oh, this is a tough one. if it's anything about like LAN events and stuff, don't be scared to approach me. I'm very approachable. I do not have anything against people like wanting a picture or just a conversation, just saying hi. That is, even though sometimes I might look a bit mean, sometimes I just don't really smile a lot, but you don't have to be scared. I'm very approachable, so don't be scared about approaching me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. You can follow and watch me stream if you want on twitch.tv/Millio.